night, I'm spending all my video time on
walking tall through the ashes and the pain, shattered dreams and voices in the rain, sisterhood in the shadows and the fight, breaking chains, gonna step into the light. Roaring flames, we dance upon the fire, hearts unbound, fuel our deepest desire. Echoes loud of the battles we have won. In the night we run, daughters of the dawn. Rise up together, we stand, holding tight to the promised land. No more silence, no more fear. We are the daughters, we are here.
Can you see me now? Whoops. My butt fell in a hole. I've left the dogs alone, so I'm ready to run if they start barking. Well, I can't find a quiet place. Either the cars are in the background or I've got people camping really close to me. But I wanted to discuss the topic that you saw in the title, and I want to talk about this idea of the lone wolf. And the reason I bring that up is I saw someone else who did a video calling out lone wolves, and I didn't listen to her very long because it wasn't something I could relate to. But what fascinated me was the comments and all the reasons why we justify, explain, defend, own, and take pride in being a lone wolf. And one of the most fascinating things for me has been recently is this understanding that most of our understanding of the social dynamics of a wolf pack is based on wolves in captivity versus wolves in the wild. So that is a whole different structuring in this self-labeling of I'm a lone wolf. And you know, the only reason wolves are alone is they're either, you know, young male or female wolves, kick them out of the pack because they need to go keep the genetics clean by finding a different pack to live with, which is the biology for procreation, survival of their species, or you know, things just didn't go well and they get kicked out. I think one of the most interesting things was that it was more in the wild, just a family that had kids and adults, and the breeding pair, and there could be more than one, it depended on how many resources were out there, sort of organized, but it wasn't a hierarchy in which there was no equality. And it's really important, I think, that we are willing to question our basic assumptions. And the reason that's really important, it's not just about what's going on out and around us, it's going on what's true for us. And I will say, you know, I love to be alone. I thrive alone. I'm never bored alone. I'm never lonely. I do get bored occasionally, but very rarely. And technically, I'm not alone. I have the dogs, but I can hear her banging against her cage, which means she's trying to break out. So we're just going to have to make this short. So the reason I wanted to say that front part is you have to question maybe some of the science we've been told. Is also sometimes we have to question what we believe about ourselves to be true and why. And so I started on this path, journey, road of what is the next frontier of friendship. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is because it isn't that I want to not be alone, but I'm recognizing that as I get older, there's a reality, and as our culture changes, there's a demand. It's just not going to be safe much longer for me to be trucking around by myself, and I don't want to form bonds out of fear of survival. I want to form bonds that are meaningful and have purpose, and to do that, I have to understand myself better, and I have to understand us better as women and men, both as biology and as spiritual, mental, emotional beings, because I think we're both. We're survival, and we're also on a quest for the sacred, what is purposeful and meaning both within us and around us. Can you hear me now? Back and forth, back and forth. And so I say that because one of the assumptions that I have lived with is it's good to be alone, it's strong, it means you're competent and you're capable. She's almost completely broken out. Okay, deep breath. And here's the part I don't like to say out loud and in public, is maybe my assumptions and my beliefs have been wrong. Maybe there's a reason why I'm so alone. And maybe it's not a healthy or productive reason. Now I'm going to talk more about that, but I wanted to posit that question to you today because I'm also completely stressed out about what's going on with the dog. And I want to challenge you to question some of the things that you see in the mirror and how we define and label ourselves. Is it helping us grow, heal, become more? Or is it keeping us safe in a little bubble so we don't have to deal with it? This is a huge question, and it's way more than I can deal with just here. But I wanted to introduce this idea of the lone wolf because you can see in my imagery, I love wolves. It's always been a heart and a passion for me. I even had a wolf dog once upon a time, and I would never do that again. So it's a big question, so I'm only asking you this here and now. If you too are somebody who loves to live alone, to be alone, enjoys your solitude, and has taken a bit of pride, or you've gone into retreat because you're hurt, are you willing to maybe question some of your assumptions and beliefs about value or reason why we are lone wolves? And is it something that we want to change? I don't want to be full-time with anybody anywhere, but I'm ready to look in the mirror and have some serious conversations about what's going on with me that I have allowed myself to be so fully isolated, and to take pride and appreciation for all of it. There's no right or wrong, there's no judgment, there's just a deeper dive into some truth within ourselves, and not just retreating and hiding and not wanting to deal with it, because the realities are challenging that are in front of us. And I want to meet them with hope and opportunity, as I say in the title, with mystery and discovery, not with fear or panic or default, because I have no choice. So with that, I got to go see what Haven is doing. Deep breath, my friends. I'm not surprised they didn't come running up here, and I will see you next time.
Walking tall through the ashes and the pain.
Thank the gods.
Shattered dreams and voices in the rain.
Crazy little girl.
Sisterhood in the shadows and the fight. Breaking chains, gonna step into the light. Roaring flames, we dance upon the fire. Hearts unbound, fuel our deepest desire. Echoes loud of the battles we have won.